Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Hey everybody, it's me, Megan, and I am here. I just woke up not too long ago, and my sleep has been really off. I don't know why. I think because a couple weeks ago I took a nap, right? And sometimes you take a late nap and it'll throw off your sleep. So I'm thinking that's what's going on. But I've always been like a really light sleeper. Like I hear everything when I sleep, and I always kind of wake up in the middle of the night when I sleep, when I'm supposed to be asleep rather, and then go back to sleep. So I think I messed myself up a couple weeks ago when I took a late nap, and then I didn't fall asleep until like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then I fell asleep and then was only asleep for like 3 hours, and then woke back up, and it's just been like that. Like now it's just like through the night I wake up every 2 to 3 hours, and it's like really annoying. So I'm a little sleepy. It's been like that for like maybe a month now. I don't know what's going on. Like I'm starting to get little pockets in here. I saw my last video. I was like, ooh, I look so tired. But I had on makeup yesterday, and when you wash your face, I had on black eyeliner. When you wash your face and take off the eye makeup underneath here, it's always a little still left over for some reason, and you wake up and then your under eye is still kind of like dark looking, so that might be it too. But anyway, every morning when I wake up, I put a little Folgers in my cup. I'm just joking. I just had that in my brain. It was rhyming. But, every morning, this morning especially, every morning, I do wake up and I get on my phone and check my Instagram feed, and, my Twitter feeds, and, just all my feeds, make sure ain't nothing crazy going on my stuff. So I'm looking up at my feed and I see this sponsored post on Instagram. And if you guys aren't familiar or aware that, you might have seen these sponsored or some sponsored post on your Instagram feed. And on Instagram now, if you have like a business account or some sort of account like that, mainly it's a business account on Instagram, you can push out ads on Instagram to reach more people, to attract them to your business or whatever service that you're offering. It's kind of like Facebook when you can boost a post to reach more people on Facebook. If you pay like $5, $20, something like that, you can reach more people. Just to get more, of course, attention on your business. So I saw this particular girl. She was offering master classes on how to become a beauty / fashion blogger. Like, I was really tripping out. Not necessarily that she was offering classes, but yeah, because she was offering classes, because now I was like, wow, this is really thought of as a respectable and serious career now if people are offering master classes. But what kind of got me was like, I'm going to show you how to take your passion to a career and show you how to be successful. And I was like, how are you going to have a class on how to be successful? Like, are you going to show somebody, like, exactly what they need to do to, like, blow up Shway and, be successful and doing this and doing that? Maybe she was referring more so on how to have a successful, blog and doing the correct steps behind the scenes, because there is a lot of, technical things behind the scenes that have to do with beauty vlogging and fashion vlogging. Maybe she's talking about the kind of camera you should use to get the perfect pictures, kind of keywords and AdWords to use, things like that. I guess the kind of content and how it should look. I don't know. But I was just kind of like, how are you going to tell somebody how to be successful when everybody's success doesn't have the same story, or it's not like a cookie cutter, thing to teach? Because I was like, everybody's road to some sort of success is different, and everybody's thought of success is different. Susie Sand over there might think, one thing, is successful, and other girl over there want to be like, what kind of levels success, like a Kim Kardashian success as far as influencing. I consider Kim Kardashian as a top tier influencer. That's just how I look at her. I don't really look at her as necessarily a celebrity, but I look at her as a influencer, because that's what she is. You know, people look to her for all the fashion trends, what products is she using, things like that. That's how I look at it. So it's like, I don't know what this girl is going to teach on how to be successful in the beauty vlogging and fashion blogging. So I was just tripping out, because I was like, wow, this is totally different from what it was years ago when I first started. Everybody was like, that's stupid. What are you doing? All you do is do videos on YouTube and show people how to do this. Oh, well, what? Why you do that for? What made you want to do that? When I started, I did it because it was simply just a hobby, and now it's still definitely a hobby, but of course it has taken me places that I have never thought it would take me. It actually, I don't know what I would be doing now if I didn't start, you know, my YouTube channel and posting videos, because, you know, of course, it's a hobby. It was a hobby back then, and it's still definitely a hobby now, because if I didn't feel like it was a hobby and I enjoyed doing it, I still wouldn't be doing it. And you can see, like, people who, I mean, me doing it so long, I observe people who are just in it just for whatever money they think they can make, or, you know, popularity or whatever. I see it because it's like they're not really genuine in their spirit. Like, I'm just big on vibes that I get. So back then, you know, my friends and family, they weren't, some of my family, I'm not going to say all of my family, weren't really that supportive of what I, you know, started to do or was doing. I'll give you an example. Like, when I first started, my dad, you know, he was, you know, encouraging me to have some sort of hobby that I did, because, you know, I was, 20, 21, and I was like just sitting around. I was in school at the time doing something I really didn't enjoy doing for myself as a career. It just wasn't really my passion, and he was like, well, you need to start a hobby, something that you like doing outside of what you're trying to figure out what you're, you know, what you're doing with your life. Pretty much. So I started YouTube, and he bought me a camera and tripod, and Ashley was very successful. She helped, you know, edit my videos, and she still does a lot of my graphics and things like that, and she actually helps with like the creative process with certain things too. We kind of bounce ideas off of that. So my dad and sister, they've been very, very supportive, but on the other hand, my mom really, I would say my mom really wasn't. And when I say wasn't, I'm gonna say I feel like she didn't really understand it until recently. Like, of course, some people aren't really going to be supportive for something that they don't understand. And when I mean, like, she wasn't supportive, it wasn't like, well, you need to stop doing that. What are you doing? That's stupid. It wasn't, she didn't say none of that. She was just like, oh, okay. I don't know what, so what is it that you do? Like, what is it? So they just do this and you do that and then you go there. Like, she wasn't getting it, and I feel like she finally understood recently that, you know, this is actually considered a career and a business now. So that's why I was like really tripping out now, because I was like, wow, this went from, you know, back in the YouTube days where everybody was just, you know, posted to be posted, and now it's like a really big booming business. And I was like, I just was really tripping out. I'm still like all tied up with thoughts and feelings on having a master class on becoming a beauty vlogger. I don't know how I feel. I mean, I guess it's cool, right? Is that cool? But then again, I guess having a master class shows that this is really difficult to do. It's very difficult to put yourself out there. It's very difficult trying to create content that people want to watch. It takes a lot of time and effort, especially into creating whatever kind of content it is that you're doing. I'm not going to say whatever kind of content it is, because creating content, editing it, all takes time and is very, very difficult. It's so difficult, especially when, you know, the times change and people's interests change and your audience grows and ages. It's a lot of factors in there that makes it very difficult. But I wouldn't complain at all about anything, because if I didn't start, you know, vlogging, beauty vlogging and things like that, I really don't know where I would be, because 6-7 years ago I was in school to be a nurse and I just wasn't really happy with that. And once I started vlogging and, you know, doing beauty videos, I started to become more happy and things started to happen for me, and, you know, opportunities came, and I really don't know where I would be without, you know, YouTube and things like that. So also, with that being said, when I see people like commenting negatively about, you know, what beauty vloggers do, it's like, you don't know where that person has come from, what they're doing, or what they have done, and what this is doing for them, because they could have been in a really dark place before, and this might be, you know, their light. So, I mean, I guess that's why the girl was making a master class, just to show, like, you know, you can do this. This is a way for you to have a career in something, because I will definitely agree that it has created a career for me that I had no idea that was even out there for me, you know. So I'm still, if I'm all over the place with this video, I'm still trying to wrap my head around, like, there are really master classes to become a beauty vlogger and a fashion blogger. I think it's just because I've seen how far this has come, and where it's at now is like totally different from what it was back in the day. It's like totally different. Totally different. So, would you go to a master class for beauty vlogging and fashion vlogging? Blogging? I don't know. I just wanted to add this to my video. Even though, you know, I've been doing YouTube for so long, I still don't take myself in this too seriously, because I find that when people take themselves too seriously, they end up getting disappointed with certain things. And, you know, being on YouTube for so long, you start to expect that you should be here, or you should be doing this, or you should be doing that, when you're losing focus of why you like doing it in the first place. So, I mean, if this was my master class, that's what I would say. Don't take yourself too seriously. Just really enjoy what you're doing if this is your true passion. Don't focus on too much on numbers and why this isn't doing that and why I'm not doing what she's doing over there, because everybody's success and road to success is different, and everybody has their moment for whatever their moment is. So, if that makes any sense, that's just how I've always thought about it. Don't look at what other people are doing and compare it to yourself, because you're not them and they aren't you. Because that doesn't make any sense, does it? No, it doesn't. Like, why would you do that? So, yeah, that's what I would say. If you guys do have any questions, comments, and concerns about anything, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer that. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of express a little bit of my thoughts. I feel like this video could be definitely longer on with my thoughts about that whole where a master class, and the fact that there are master classes on how to be a beauty blogger, vlogger, whatever it is, really is tripping me out right now. So feel free to comment your thoughts, and if you have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer that. If you want me to do any like follow-up kind of videos on my main channel, because I feel like this would fit over there versus here, let me know.